Hi, this is Erin from Blossy Bee. Welcome to my channel. The plan for this video is to use all the little extra pieces of white solidcrete from my previous resin molds box Heart in Motion Makes. I'm going to use some beautiful UV DTF decals along with UV resin to make some very pretty fridge magnets. This is the video I'm referring to, and I'll pop a link in the description box below. So, solidcrete, which is the eco casting powder made by Solid Solutions in Australia, is beautifully white when it's just used straight out of the tub. It's mixed with water in a 3:1 ratio, and I just love having extras when I've got the white because I pour them into these little, I guess, keychain molds or tag molds, and I'm not worried about the little holes in them. I'll show you why when I get started, but they give us beautiful little almost ceramic like bases to turn into the magnets. Now, these are the UV DTF decals that I'm going to be using. Now, I designed these myself and sized them accordingly using images from Creative Fabrica, and I had them printed in a gang sheet. So a gang sheet is a really large format. Mine were, I think, 1 metre by maybe 30 centimetres, and if you look in the description box, I'll actually include the link to the video where I first purchased these because I tell you all about them. I love them because they are so hard wearing and they are quite different from normal stickers or transfers in as much as the image that you apply, as long as you've used a transparent background, they only transfer the image. There's no residue around them. So they come in like a little sandwich. So you've got a clear plastic covering that you take off so you can expose the adhesive, and then you press that down, and then you have the image itself covered by a protective plastic piece which you then peel off, which you can see me doing here. When I mentioned the little holes, what I've been doing, which is a little bit sneaky, I do hate holes in molds. I've gone on so many rants about that over the years, but I'm just living with it at the moment. So all I do is I choose an image that has a piece that goes up high enough to cover the hole. I put the decal over it, and then when I resin over it, it forms a really strong seal. And then on the back, I usually attach the magnet to that area so you don't see it at all. So you just have to be a bit tricky with it. Now, I have had varying levels of success with applying UV DTF transfers to EcoCast pieces, and I think that it comes down to making sure that your pieces are bone dry. So you want all the moisture out of them, and also you want them to be uncoated. At least this is the experience that I've had. I know other people have done different things, but I've had the best results using very dry, fully cured pieces, and of course pieces that are unsealed. They are looking really cute, and now it's time to give them a top coat of UV resin. So this will act as a sealant for the EcoCast, and it will also, of course, ensure that the decal can't be removed. Having said that, I've needed to remove them before and have not been able to, so they stick pretty well. I'm sorry about the bumping there. So with the UV resin, this is the Solid Solutions UV resin, and I usually just go fairly close to the edge and then use a small tool to push the resin right up to the edge, but never over. If it goes over, in my opinion, you're better off wiping it off and starting again, because once resin has been down a little path, it will continue going down that little path. And then I just pop them under a UV light. I did these ones just fairly slowly, took my time, and I'm also working at night time, so I don't have to worry about any UV light coming in from outside. After they've all cooled down, it is time now to attach the magnets. I'm really loving this blue and white theme. It's just so pretty. So I'm using E6000 and some ceramic disc magnets. The disc magnets I get from Bunnings, and the E6000 I buy from a whole lot of different online stores usually. And if you've watched any of my magnet making episodes before, you'll know that I've had some really weird experiences with magnets. Now I like to space out my magnets and hopefully not have them curing with the glue too close to each other, because otherwise they just all pull in together and you end up with a big mess. So all I do is I flip them over, add a little bit of glue to the back, press it down, and then leave them to cure. For all the teeny tiny pieces, I of course use teeny tiny magnets. Now if you've ever bought magnets from Temu, oh my goodness, measure, definitely measure, but perfect for this. And here are some of the magnets I ended up with, and I really love them. I hope you like them too. And I'm very lucky. I've got lovely friends who own a cafe very close to where I live, and I have a magnet collection on the back of their fridge. And this is just a few of the magnets. So you can see these new ones there, lining up very proudly. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I really appreciate it very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.